Picture this. It's 2:13 in the morning. The world is quiet in a way that feels almost unnatural. No notifications, no messages, no noise, just you and your thoughts. And in that silence, there's no distraction left to protect you. No scrolling, no conversations, no background noise to escape into. Just one question, slowly rising to the surface if nobody is watching. Am I still enough? That question is dangerous, not because it's complicated, but because it's honest. And most people spend their entire lives avoiding honest questions. You weren't born needing validation. No child wakes up thinking, I hope people approve of me today. That's learned, conditioned, installed over time. Quietly, if you win, we're proud of you. If you behave, you're a good kid. If people like you, you're doing something right. At first, it feels like love, encouragement, support, but beneath all of that, there's a subtle message being repeated again and again. Who you are is not enough. You need approval to complete it, so you adapt. You become smarter about how you're perceived. You learn what gets praise. You learn what gets ignored. You learn what gets rejected. And slowly, without even realizing it, you stop being yourself and start becoming what gets accepted. That's where it begins. The quiet trade, your authenticity, for approval. Fast forward a few years. Now you're working, building something, trying to create a life that feels meaningful. But something feels off. Not obviously wrong, just slightly empty. Like you're moving forward, but not really going anywhere. Because deep down, there's still that voice, still asking the same question, still waiting for the same answer. Is this good enough? Am I good enough? Do people see me yet? So you push harder, work longer, create more, post more, do more. But here's the problem, you're not chasing growth, you're chasing recognition. And those two things don't lead to the same place. Recognition is loud, growth is silent. Recognition is external, growth is internal. Recognition depends on others. Growth depends on you. And if you build your life around recognition, you will always feel unstable, because recognition can disappear overnight. One post flops, one idea gets ignored, one moment of silence, and suddenly everything you built in your head starts collapsing. Not your actual progress, just your perception of it, because you tied your value to how people respond. This is where most people get stuck, not because they're not capable, but because they're addicted. Addicted to being seen, addicted to being acknowledged, addicted to feeling important through other people's eyes. And addiction doesn't feel like weakness, it feels like necessity. You tell yourself, I just need a little more traction. I just need people to notice. But even if you get it, it won't fix the problem, because validation doesn't satisfy you. It trains you to need more. You get 100 likes. Next time you want 1,000. You get recognition. Now you need consistency. You go viral once. Now you're afraid of disappearing. It never ends, because you're trying to fill an internal gap with external noise, and external noise is temporary. Truly successful people don't play that game. Not because they're special, but because they realized, if I keep needing validation, I will never feel stable. So they made a decision, a quiet one. No announcement, no post, no dramatic moment, just a shift. They stopped asking, who is watching? And started asking, am I proud of this? That question changes everything. Because now, the standard is internal, not external. If nobody sees it, it still matters. If nobody claps, it's still worth doing. If nobody understands, it's still real. That's where freedom begins. But let's not romanticize it. This phase, it's uncomfortable, lonely even. Because when you stop chasing validation, you also lose the quick emotional rewards. No instant feedback, no dopamine hits, no reassurance, just you and your work. And for a while, it feels like you're invisible. That's the part most people can't handle. They interpret silence as failure. They interpret lack of attention as lack of value. They quit right before things start becoming real. But the ones who continue, they're building something different. They're building identity, an identity that doesn't collapse every time the world goes quiet. Let's be honest, how many decisions in your life were influenced by how they would look, not feel? Look, the career you chose, the way you present yourself, the things you post, how much of it is truly you, and how much is designed to be accepted. Because if your life is designed for approval, you will never feel at home in it. You'll always feel like you're performing, always adjusting, and performance is exhausting. There's a moment that hits harder than failure. It's when things go right for the wrong reasons. When you finally get recognition, finally get everything you thought you wanted. And then you feel nothing, not happiness, not fulfillment, just silence. Because deep down, you know the truth. You didn't build this for yourself. You built it to be accepted. And acceptance is not fulfillment. That realization breaks people because now they're successful, but disconnected, seen, but not known. That's the cost of chasing validation. Now flip it. Imagine building something without needing anyone to approve it. You wake up, you work, you create, not because someone is watching, but because it aligns with who you are. That kind of work hits differently. It feels heavier, more real, and ironically, that's the work that eventually gets noticed, because people can feel authenticity, even if they can't explain it. In a world full of performance, realness stands out. So how do you get there? Not through motivation, not through hype, but through truth. First truth, you will be misunderstood. Not everyone will agree with your path. Not everyone will support your decisions. Some people will question you. Some will distance themselves. That's not a problem. That's a filter. Second truth, you will have to move without applause. No one cheering, no one watching, no one validating, just consistent action. Third truth, you will doubt yourself, even without external pressure. Your own mind will challenge you, ask questions, create uncertainty, and in those moments, you either build self-trust or you fall back into needing validation. That's the real battle, internal, because once you trust yourself, you don't need constant reassurance. And once you don't need reassurance, you become dangerous, in a good way, focused, stable, unshaken. You don't stop when people ignore you. You don't inflate when people praise you. You stay consistent. That's power. So go back to that moment, 2:13 a.m., silence, no audience. Ask yourself again, if nobody ever sees this, would I still choose this life? If the answer is yes, you're on the right path. If the answer is no, then you have clarity, and clarity is where change begins. Because at the end of the day, you have to live with yourself, not your audience, not your followers, just you. And if you can sit in a quiet room with no validation and still feel grounded, still feel proud, still feel aligned, you've already won. Everything else is just noise. So keep going, quietly, consistently, without needing to be seen, because one day, when the world finally notices you, it won't change who you are. It will just reveal who you already became in silence. And that version of you doesn't need validation. Never did.